6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says a high-level Chinese delegation will visit Pakistan soon to further expand bilateral relations. Pakistan and the United Kingdom have agreed to continue working for further deepening partnership in all areas of mutual interest. Launching the National Security and Foreign Policy Report in Islamabad today, the Information Minister said Pakistan wants to improve ties with its neighbours. The World Bank has approved $1 billion additional financing for Pakistan to support Dasu hydropower projects. Security forces have killed 11 terrorists during an intelligence-based operation in Lucky Marwat. In the ICC T20 World Cup 2024, Pakistan will play against Canada in New York this evening. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has said a high-level Chinese delegation will visit Pakistan soon to further expand Pakistan-China relations. Chairing a cabinet meeting in Islamabad today, the Prime Minister said a positive discussion was held during his visit to China on the second phase of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. The Prime Minister said more than 1,000 business-to-business meetings were held between Pakistani and Chinese businessmen and investors at Pakistan-China Business Forum in Shenzhen. Shahbaz Sharif said Pakistan will send 1,000 youths to China for professional training in agriculture sector. He said famous Chinese company Huawei will provide technical and professional training to 200,000 Pakistani youths in various fields of information technology every year. The cabinet approved the appointment of members from the private and academic sectors and the Board of Governors of the National School for Public Policy. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif called on the President Asif Ali Zardari in Islamabad today and discussed the overall economic and financial situation in the country. During the meeting, views were exchanged on proposals regarding provision of relief to the people in the forthcoming budget. President Asif Ali Zardari said the government should take special care of poor and the middle-class sections of the society in the budget. Both the leaders also discussed the development projects being presented in the next budget. The Prime Minister apprised the President about his recent visit to China. The President assured the Prime Minister of his cooperation in the country's development and achieving economic targets. Pakistan and the United Kingdom have agreed to continue working towards further deepening and broadening their partnership in all areas of mutual interest. The understanding to this effect was reached during a meeting between the Deputy Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister Mohammad Ishaq with the Minister of State of the United Kingdom for the Middle East, North Africa, South Asia, United Nations and the Commonwealth, Lord Tariq Ahmed, in Amman, Jordan today. During the meeting, the two sides expressed satisfaction over the positive trajectory of bilateral relations between Pakistan and the United Kingdom. The Deputy Prime Minister underscored the importance of promoting interfaith dialogue and combating defamation of religions. He also emphasized the formalization, expansion, and upgradation of bilateral relationship in the form of enhanced strategic partnership, regional developments of mutual interest, including stability in Afghanistan, South Asia, and the Middle East, were also discussed. The Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Ataullah Tarar, says Pakistan, being a responsible nuclear state, believes in peace and not war. He was addressing launching ceremony of a report on national security and foreign policy in Islamabad today. The minister said Pakistan wants to improve its ties with neighboring countries. On economy, Ataullah Tarar said ensuring economic security is one of the government's topmost priority. He said Pakistan is a huge market for information technology and IT exports of the country are increasing. He said 2 safe city projects have been launched by Chinese tech company Huawei in Pakistan. This is Radio Pakistan. The World Bank has approved $1 billion additional financing for Pakistan to support the Dasu hydropower project and the transition to clean and affordable energy. The decision to this effect has been taken in the World Bank's Board of Executive Directors in Washington. According to a statement of the bank, this financing will support the expansion of the hydropower electricity supply and build the Water and Power Development Authority's capacity to prepare future hydropower projects. The project will contribute to greening energy sector and lowering the cost of electricity. The security forces have killed 11 terrorists during an intelligence-based operation in Lucky Marwar district. According to ISPR, multiple terrorist hideouts were also busted. The intelligence-based operation was in response to the recent improvised explosive device explosion that claimed the lives of 7 brave soldiers, including Captain Mohammad Faraz Ilyas and Subedar Major Mohammad Nazir. The security forces reaffirmed the determination to wipe out the menace of terrorism from the country. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has lauded the security forces for killing 11 terrorists during an effective action against the terrorists in Lucky Marwar district. In a statement today, he said valiant members of the Pakistan security forces conducted the successful operation against the terrorists by putting their lives at stake. The Prime Minister said security forces have always been proved as an iron wall in the war against terrorism. He said the entire nation is standing with the security forces in the war against terrorism. Shahbaz Sharif also presented tribute to the martyrs and the veterans of the Pakistan Army. The government has imposed one-document regime at the Chaman border to stop transportation of contrabands and illegal cross-bordering of people. The decision will transform Chaman as border trade hub instead of smuggling trade hub. Meanwhile, the government has taken multiple steps for the welfare of the people of Chaman border. These steps include establishment of passport office, taxi stands in markets, and reduction in the passport fees. At least 11 Palestinians have been martyred, most of them children, and several injured in an Israeli attack in Gaza. 8 people have been martyred in a residential apartment in Gaza City, while 3 others martyred in central Gaza. Over 37,000 Palestinians have been martyred in Israel's war on Gaza since October last year. Russia and Belarus forces have begun the second stage of joint non-strategic nuclear exercises. In a statement, the Russian Defense Ministry said the armed forces of both the countries will get training in the use of non-strategic nuclear weapons in combat. Malawi's Vice President Solos Klaus Schleima and 9 others have died in a plane crash. The major reason behind the plane crash was bad weather. Cricket. In the ICC T20 World Cup, Pakistan will play their next match against Canada in New York this evening. The match will start at 7:30 in the evening. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very hot in central and southern plain areas during the next 12 hours. However, light rain with wind and thunderstorm is likely at isolated places in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa during nights. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.